Hi guys, welcome back to Sacred Shifts and how to navigate them. So before I even started, what I heard was stop being scared of your own power and your own success. Like you're meant for this success, you're meant for greatness, you're meant to recognize that you're a motherfucking magician. And you need to stop playing small. Stop acting like you ain't all that in a bag of motherfucking chips. And a soda pop, bro. Okay, so we'll see what wants to come out. But yeah, that's what I was getting was stop being scared of your success, of your dreams. They're leading you somewhere. Yeah, and stop putting yourself in the corner is what I heard. Yeah, stop putting yourself in this place where you're belittling yourself. You're thinking yourself so small. You're thinking that you can't birth this new way of being. You're thinking that you can't. See, it's really important that you're not telling yourself these lies. You're filling your head with positivity, love, joy, freedom. I heard submission to a higher order. Yeah. Finding balance with your emotions, recognizing like you are guided, you are protected. Yeah. And you get to master yourself, right? And there is no can't about it. Like you can and you freaking will. Now stop filling your head full of lies, right? And self-doubt, you know. Or, and I also heard like a lot of you may be hearing like other people's thoughts, intentions, that kind of thing. And when that first starts, it can be a little hard to differentiate what's yours. Okay. So that's why it's important. Yeah. That you're not an option is what I heard when I picked up this card. But that's why it's important that you're saying like, this isn't mine. I release it with love. Let's transmute this energy, right? Yeah, but I'm hearing you're not an option. Someone may have tried to make you feel like you're an option. I heard one and only. So yeah. And, it's someone very manipulative, cold-hearted. They could be distant. They keep you at arm's length or have always kept you at arm's length is what I heard. 222 on the timer. Yeah, and they really try to place a lot of burden on you. This puts you in isolation though. Yeah, and there was like a lot of jealousy, envy, negativity. Like they were trying to put all their bullshit onto you, right? But I think that actually pushed you into hermit mode where you were recognizing like your own light, recognizing that you're meant to be like also helping others with this light. You can tell I just took my hair out of a ponytail. He's fine. Yeah. And you're really, I heard gaining self-mastery and getting yourself out of this cycle. And you're gonna be celebrating something soon, right? So yeah, you're learning how to control your emotions is what I heard. As well as like get out of this cycle of attachment, like where you're clinging to people, places, and things, like, right? You're being called to like let go of a couple things, but just slowly. It doesn't all have to be at once, right? We can take baby steps towards this, but the biggest thing is letting go of control, right? Because we have none. Control is realizing we have none. And I heard it's going to be really celebratory. You know what I mean? Recognizing, like, surrendering to the flow of life, surrendering to it. You're going to have a lot to celebrate, but you're also being called to celebrate yourself. Celebrate your accomplishments. Celebrate how far you have come so far. And just, like, thank yourself. Give yourself credit. Right? And my nose is itching, so I know I'm kind of on point there. Oh, that's a lot, Spirit. Yeah, I heard letting go of the fight and letting go of focusing on what you don't have, focusing on the spilled cups. Yeah, that's a little much. We're not going to do a whole booklet there. But on the top was the moon. So it's really uncovering unconscious wounding that and patterns that may be keeping you trapped in one place is what I heard. Yeah, and learning how to ground your energy as well as your emotions as well as learning to listen to your emotions and what they're trying to tell you. If you're ungrounded, there's a reason why. It's something in your environment that needs to change. Yeah, you're coming out of a poverty mindset of always waiting for the worst to happen, right? You're recognizing like our minds are powerful, and it's important that we're not creating these disasters with our minds, right? It's important that we're not always focusing on them. That's why you're learning to change your focus from the spilled cups to like how many cups you've already freaking got, you know? And being grateful for them. All right. Okay, we'll see if one more one's come out. Yeah, you're learning to build generational wealth. That's a bit much, Spirit. We're not going to do that. Yeah, and you had to walk away from some heartbreak. Some lusty energy, right? Someone that was not giving you the emotions that you wanted. They weren't, I heard they were emotionally inept. They weren't willing to give you any emotions. They wanted to keep you emotionally inept as well. That's a whole book, right? And they really tried to steal your confidence. They really wanted to look like this lover situation, but really it kept you bound, right? Kept you bound, and they were trying to steal your confidence, right? And every sword that they took from you, they also tried to put in your back, right? And they really wanted to seem like they were this great loving person situation, right? But really, this situation was keeping you bound, and you learned to free yourself. So now you're coming into victory, right? You're really planting your own seeds of hope, freedom, joy, peace, right? And you're going to be victorious. I already heard you're going to have something to celebrate about, right? And you're building generational wealth after someone like really tried to take your peace, I heard provide. They tried to take your peace by providing for you. And they're very, what's the word? Greedy. They're very greedy. Money's really all they care about. So that's what I'm hearing from that. We're going to do an oracle. It's been a long time since I did these ones. See, we've got healing on the bottom. You really are healing, and it's really important you recognize how far you've come and how much you've grown, and really give yourself credit. Really thank your body too, as well as like thank yourselves. Thank, yourselves. Yeah. I always clear my mitochondria and heal my mitochondria as well as my cells. So I like speak to the God in me to do it, God cleanse my cells, God cleanse my mitochondria. Sounds weird, but it's been very helpful. I actually got it from one of my friends. I don't know if she still goes by Meg. I believe it's Meg Duran, but I could be wrong. But she has a great channel. She does Reiki as well as cord cutting. She did cord cutting for me, and it was very awesome. Love and submission. I did hear you're learning to submit to a higher order, learning to recognize there is no separation between us and our guides. And your desire to know has really brought you to this, like, to know yourself and to know your intuition right well. And you've uncovered a lot of scandal, which made it to where you had to also find divine forgiveness for these people, right? And then, like, I heard recognizing yourself is going to bring you a lot of fortune and fame. So it's time you see yourself and stop being scared of your own freaking success, because you're meant for it. It's meant for you. All right, let's do some cosmic insights. Yeah. We got liar and move on. You are being called to move on from this person that tried to keep you trapped in their despair, not your own, right? Or they tried to make everything a big deal. You're going to know who this is in reference to. Oh, because, yeah, they made you feel icky. They made you feel like you weren't worth their time, right? Okay, some of mine. They love you. You're a lovable blessing. You know what I heard? This is your guides. They are so in love with you. They want you to fall in love with you. It's time. Okay? You are gifted. # chosen. It's time you choose yourself. The divine connection is with your motherfucking self. The balance. It's time to balance your masculine and feminine energies. You're a healer. Stop hiding your gifts, please, for you and the world. And you can't do the work for them. Stop trying. All right, guys. Oh, and then we've got open your heart to be open to receive love and healing, right? I hope this helps, guys.